Imagine your smartphone instantly dying the second the processor asks for power, or your local power grid violently stalling out under sudden demand. The reason your electronics don't constantly crash is because of a single, highly common component. Today, we're going to explore how this tiny device works and why touching the wrong one can be instantly fatal. We usually rely on batteries to power our lives, but while a standard battery can hold a huge amount of overall energy, it releases that power incredibly slowly. Modern processors and sensitive electronics demand electricity delivered in incredibly fast, perfectly filtered bursts. A standard battery simply cannot move fast enough to keep up. That delay happens because batteries rely on an internal chemical reaction. To get electrons to flow, those chemicals must physically interact and separate over time. But high-speed circuits frequently encounter moments where they need a massive surge of power in a fraction of a second, or they need to survive a split-second micro-interruption in their main power supply. To meet that demand, electronics require a radically different kind of storage device. They need a rapid-fire physical energy reservoir instead of a slow chemical generator. At its core, a capacitor is two conductive metal plates separated by an insulating gap. Connected to power, negative electrons push onto one plate. Trapped by the gap, they pile up and repel electrons on the opposite plate, creating a powerful electric field between them. By intentionally creating a physical roadblock for electricity, engineers figured out how to store a massive amount of instantaneous potential energy. Think of water flowing through a main pipe with a reserve tank. As water flows, it fills that tank. If the main supply shuts off, the reserve instantly drains into the pipe, keeping pressure steady. A capacitor does the exact same thing during electrical micro-interruptions. This animated chart shows alternating current converted to direct current. The pulsing wave leaves deep valleys between sharp peaks of power. When we add a capacitor, it charges on the peaks and instantly discharges into those valleys, flattening the wave into a steady voltage. Capacitors act as the ultimate electrical shock absorbers. They take jagged, destructive pulses and smooth them out into the flawless current that sensitive electronics require. Storing energy through raw physical tension, rather than a slow chemical process, gives capacitors a unique advantage. They can dump their entire payload in milliseconds. You see this in action with high-intensity camera flashes. To create that blinding burst of light, the bulb requires far more sudden energy than the camera's small battery can push out on its own. Engineers scale this exact rapid-fire principle up to start heavy machinery. The large motors inside ceiling fans and industrial air conditioners need a massive kick of power just to start turning. By bypassing the slow chemical reactions of a battery, we can execute these high-energy physical actions exactly when we need them. This simple two-plate concept is incredibly effective. Engineers scale it down to microscopic sizes, duplicating it thousands of times to populate nearly every circuit board on the planet. At the other extreme, you'll find massive capacitor banks hidden inside urban skyscrapers, working constantly to correct and align the heavy electrical loads of an entire city block. But there is a serious danger here. Because they hold their charge using a static electric field, a large capacitor remains fully loaded with high voltage long after a machine is unplugged from the wall. This is why technicians follow strict safety protocols. Before handling a large capacitor, they have to safely drain the stored electrons using a resistor. Without doing that, they risk a lethal electric shock. The very mechanism that makes a capacitor so useful, its ability to silently hold on to a massive amount of energy, makes it incredibly dangerous to anyone who doesn't know it's there. We are now pushing this technology even further with supercapacitors. These advanced components pack enormous storage capacity, bridging the gap between fast discharge and long-term storage, and could one day charge an electric vehicle in a matter of seconds. Do you think supercapacitors will eventually replace standard lithium-ion batteries in our phones and cars? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. If you enjoyed this breakdown, be sure to subscribe. Next time, we're going to look at the other side of the equation. What happens when a circuit needs to purposefully slow down and restrict the flow of electricity? Mastering the capacitor allows us to accelerate and unleash power on demand, but true control of the modern world requires us to learn how to resist it.